It can be easy to panic during tough times, during times of chaos. As business owners, we're used to being on a roller coaster. There is no straight line to success. It's a lot of ups and downs. And in those down times, it can be difficult to maintain your composure, hold yourself together, and focus on what do I need to do to not only get out of this, not only to get back on track, but to thrive. Today, I'm going to talk about how to survive in tough times. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Henderson. You can learn more about Nomad Capitalist and what we do at nomadcapitalist.com. But in this presentation, I want to talk to you about how to survive and how to thrive when the chips are down. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 19 or 20 years old. I first incorporated my business in 2004, really got into the swing of things in 2005. And what I can remember is even though I didn't have that many actual failures, in fact, I've said that playing it small early on in my business career was my biggest failure, was not having enough failures, was not swinging for the fences enough when things were going well. But I remember there would be many months where I had a great month. There would be years where each year I did better than the last. Even during the recession, the Great Recession, every year was better than the last for me. But early on in my career, and I had to really fight through this, I remember I would say, well, that month was great, but now it's the first, and I look at all the different problems that could possibly happen. I would look at, oh, maybe this guy is going to cancel, or this guy is going to be a problem, or I won't get this deal, or I would invent all kinds of reasons why, despite month after month, and later year after year, and now decade after decade of success, why suddenly it was going to fall apart. I remember I finally had a mentor who told me, you are the one who's propelling it. It's not circumstances. You are in control, and you've got to act like you're in control. And I remember I finally got myself in a position where I went out and not only took control, but took accountability for the results and gave myself a sense of empowerment that even though the chips weren't down, I felt that they were. I felt that they could be, and that caused me to work even harder. But it wasn't a good way to live. I want to share with you three things to think about, three suggestions on how to not only survive through tough times, but how to come out of them stronger. And before I get into those tips, I think that really the most important thing that I've learned from the lesson I just shared with you was you don't want to have a herd mentality. It's easy to turn on the television, it's easy to turn on the news and see people panicking, people being frustrated. One of the things that I've learned being offshore, living outside of my home country for a long time now, is I'm not as enmeshed in the news. I don't go outside and see people where I'm doing business panicking. And so I'm somewhat insulated. I'm not saying I never get worried, but I'm saying I am in a little bit of a bubble. I'm a little bit protected. And it's not that I want to keep my head in the sand like an ostrich, but it's that I do not have to deal with every tiny little thing that's freaking people out. I have somewhat of an insulation from that. And as a result, I don't necessarily think that when everyone else is panicking, their business is going to pot, that's going to happen to me. Now, this, I think, tough times are a lesson to make sure that your business is resilient. It's a way to make sure that your business is hopefully location independent. You can take it with you. It's a portable business. If you're running a coffee shop, maybe you want to run coffee shops in different places, in different cities, different states, different countries, whatever it may be, to diversify, or just take your business online to where you can be doing business anywhere and be able to have customers anywhere and not just focus on potentially one market, but open up to different markets. We've done that recently at Nomad Capitalist and started opening up to folks who are from Eastern Europe and Northern Africa and Asia and Latin America, where we hadn't before. And so don't necessarily think that the problems that everyone else is having impacts you. I've seen that at Nomad Capitalist, where when I expatriated from the United States, so many people that I knew from around the world said, are you sure you want to do this? Because their vision of the United States was a place where they could move and get a great paying job. I, on the other hand, as someone who didn't want or need a great paying job, said, well, that reason doesn't apply for me. And I think a lot of people fall into the trap of people with different reasons than you have dictating how you think and creating panic. But let's talk about the suggestions. Number one, I've talked a lot about how to survive in business during tough times is needing cash. One way that I've done that is by legally reducing the amount of tax that I'm paying to be able to keep more cash in the bank and actually expand in tough times. If you want to thrive in tough times, you go out and you run a job ad when people are being laid off. And we've done that here at Nomad Capitalist. When people who are hard workers, who are tough, who are smart, are being told by their old companies they don't have a job anymore, I'm out and saying, I'm hiring because I've prepared. And so we've been expanding. Whenever the chips are down, whenever there's an opportunity, we go out and we expand and we bring new people into the company. And we're able to do that. And we're able to bring in some people. Not everyone's going to stick forever. Some people will help for a while. Some people will make it their new career and they'll stick around forever. And we can get talented people that you couldn't get in great times. You see in Silicon Valley, they often have to roll out the red carpet with caviar and champagne and all kinds of perks to get people to work there. That's not our business. We do a lot of operational work, a lot of admin work, some marketing work. But we're able to get people when no one else is hiring. And having cash is important to do that. I'm a big believer in having cash, and that could be physical cash in a bank. I believe in diversifying cash around the world. It could be in precious metals, it could be in cryptocurrency. Whatever your version of cash is, have some liquidity and have some stability to your liquidity as well, so that when times are bad, not only can you weather them out, but you can go out and take advantage. It's the same thing in life. I'm seeing people right now that we're helping going out and buying properties at a 15 or 20% discount due to currency fluctuations, due to sellers panicking. Some of them will get even bigger discounts because they had cash and they were ready. Number 2 is take the opportunity of whether your business is slower or you just have more time to work because you're staying inside. Focus on how can I serve my customers better. I don't know that anyone in business is ever perfect at this. I'm not perfect at it, but I am aware of it, and I try and have a great amount of awareness in our company. How do we serve our customers better? We've always gotten our team leaders together 3 times a year and discussed, how can we improve processes? How can we make things faster, more efficient? How can we provide better service? And we've seen over the years that we've worked with people directly, how that's had an impact to where our plans, we make plans for folks. I can't remember the last time anyone didn't like their plan because we've added more things. I think tougher times are a time for you to go back and reflect and look at what can I do better. And I'll tell you a story. The hotel industry during this whole coronavirus panic has gotten beaten to a pulp. I've talked about how I've had some, as a 2,000 plus night hotel guest, I've had some frustrations with corporate hotels. But I had a reservation at a hotel that I really liked. They do a really nice job there. And I made a reservation, and it turns out that the travel restrictions and all that, the hotel's not going to be open. So they canceled the reservation. I got an email from the website I booked the hotel through saying it's canceled. Never heard a word from the hotel. Now, I like this hotel, and I plan on going back to the hotel, but if you're sitting around and you suddenly don't have anything to do, you can make an excuse that, oh, we're so busy, oh, it's such a trying time, oh, this and that and the other, or you can take it as an opportunity to connect. So, how can that hotel, better connect? Hello, Mr. Henderson, we were happy to welcome you to our hotel yet again, but, hey, here's what's going on. I don't even know the full situation of what is going on with the hotel. I'm just kind of guessing. And so I think that this is an opportunity to really take advantage of touching your customers more, connecting with your customers more, connecting with potential customers more. We did a webinar. We did one webinar for the launch of Nomad Capitalist Live, our live event. 2 webinars, I guess, 2 different versions of it. We hadn't done webinars in years. I did a webinar to connect with people because I wanted people to understand what I felt about this situation and to connect people in tough times and hopefully offer some reassurance. What I see is there's 2 types of businesses, and this is how I feel good times are bad. There are businesses that make excuses. They're corporate, they're diplomatic, they're bureaucratic, and they go around acting like they're so difficult, they don't owe anyone anything, and that's fine, no one owes anyone anything. But these are opportunities for businesses that care to stand out and to communicate with people. Number 3 is asking yourself, how can I create more value? And that is, again, doing what our team does a couple times a year, sitting down and going through processes. I'm pretty 24/7 in general, but when I cut down the time, going to my gentleman's club to sip on a scotch, or when I, cut back in the time that I would go to, walk to Starbucks or go to here or go to there. I have some extra free time. I feel much less stressed, and I've been able to improve a lot of our processes in the company. I've been able to go back and do things that we haven't worked on for a while. And my view as an entrepreneur is one of optimism. I'm not the world's biggest optimist, but I do believe things will get better. I believe that if you have a business that adds value, you will get better. You will come back. You will be stronger. You will grow. I looked at our trend line for the first time in a long time the other day, and it really gave me hope, looking at the trend line for our entire history of our business. And I can do the same thing for myself personally, my own personal finances. I mean, the trend line, if you're doing the right things, goes in the right direction. But this is an opportunity for you to really connect and see what it is that you're missing. And what I think for me that means is don't make excuses. Don't make excuses how you're busy. I mean, people are literally staying at home. They're sheltering in place during this whole panic that's going on right now. And you're going to see some people come out of this situation, and you're going to see them going back to, I'm so busy, I'm so overwhelmed, I don't have time to do that. You have plenty of time to do it. You just don't want to. You have time to get your second passport. You have time to move your company offshore. You have time to do all kinds of things. Now is the time to focus on the fundamentals. And I would also say, if you haven't moved your company offshore, if your business is still paying 40 or 50% or more in taxes, this is an opportunity to go where you're treated best, reduce your tax rate legally, and have more resources to hire more customer service people, to connect more with your customers, to put up more stuff on social media, because you have more money, and perhaps you're hiring overseas where the prices are lower. And so it's an excellent opportunity to do all these things, as well as put more cash in the bank for the next time. But rather than panicking, this is a time to prepare. People will do one or the other. Those who panic will find themselves back in the same predicament they were. They'll find themselves once again wondering why things don't go their way. Now is the time to double down, to improve, to connect with people, to build your reserves, to build your financial strength. Those are the things that I'm doing to survive and to thrive in tough times. And if you do those things, you will come out even stronger. You'll be happy. You'll be grateful for the tough times that they allowed you an opportunity to reset and to reconnect. How can Nomad Capitalist help you? 4 ways. Number 1, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to make sure you get our new video every day. Number 2, get a copy of Nomad Capitalist, the book. You'll learn a lot of my personal experiences over a dozen years of studying this stuff, as well as exactly some of the strategies that you can use to build your Nomad Capitalist plan. Number 3, if you're not sure where to start, but you want to come and learn from my team and I, you want to come and mingle with like-minded people, learn more about our live conference, Nomad Capitalist Live. It's coming up soon. And number 4, if you want some help right now because you've got a burning issue, you need something solved, you want to lower your taxes, get a second passport, or build the Nomad Capitalist lifestyle of your dreams, go to nomadcapitalist.com and click on Become a Client.